Can animation still move us without words? Or is dialogue necessary to tell a powerful story? Animation is a powerful tool to share emotion and teaching values. However, many animation about teenager growth take a more academic approach. They often rely heavily on narration or dialogue to explain ideas, while the visual mainly serve to attract attention rather than carry meaning. For example, The Reflection in Me, a short film by Fable Vision based on a picture book by Peter H. Reynolds, focuses on self-acceptance. The film used very simple visual with almost no symbolic element, and the story is told mostly through dialogue. Similarly, in TED it is how miscommunication happens and how to avoid it. The animation depends almost completely on narration to explain everyday communication problems. Text drive style is clear and informative, but it limits the unique power of animation as a visual medium. Audience often become passive receivers of information rather than active interpreters who emotionally connect with the character. One reason of this is that many such animations are created by educators or psychologists, not professional animators. Their goal is often to teach, not to explore the visual potential of the medium. On the other hand, some short films choose the opposite path, removing dialogue entirely and using visual metaphors and symbolic storytelling to lead the audience. Father and Daughter by Michael DeWitt. The film tells a story of a girl who spent her entire life waiting for her father's return. It used the passing of season, change in light, and subtle character movement to express her longing. There is no dialogue at all, yet the film delivers deep emotional resonance. However, if the symbolic elements aren't made clear enough, some audience may feel confused or miss the intended message. This contrast made me think, as an animation creator, can I find a better balance between visual and words? Can I perceive an expressive power of visual storytelling while using dialogue only when it truly adds meaning? My goal is to create a viewing experience that helps the audience stay engaged, think more deeply, and feel more strongly. To explore this idea, I create my original short film Gift as an experiment using a practice-based research approach. I combine through with hand-on production, carefully adjusting short composition, pacing, symbolism, and dialogue to find the balanced narrative strategy. In Gift, the main character Mike is designed as an anthropomorphic rabbit, symbolizing the confusion and innocence many teenagers experience while growing up. I use symbolic visual to express key information and move the story forward. For example, when Mike slowly lost control after receiving a blessing from the rabbit god, I didn't use any dialogue to explain his emotional state. Instead, I show his breakdown through flashing, fast-moving, high-contrast color in his eyes. This strong visual cue expressing both the stress he feels and the child inside his mind. This technique also appears in Tom and Jerry, where eye color change are used to show hypnotized states, make it clear that the character has lost control or fallen under a spell. To further enhance the emotional effect, I designed the camera movement and editing rhythm carefully. In the scenes where Mike lost control, I use a fisheye lens with a fast zoom in to create a sense of distortion and panic. I also add color changing effect to increase the visual tension and let audience feel his loss of control directly. During the scenes of repeated failure, I use the fast-paced editing with shots that gradually speed up. This helps the audience catch important detail while also creating a strong sense of urgency and pressure, mirroring Mike's growing anxiety. This editing style not only makes the narrative more compact, but also helps the audience visually experience his psychological change. It's a technical also seen in Disney classics like Cinderella and Snow White, where quick editing and visual exaggeration build tensions in high-stress scenes. At the same time, I added simple dialogue to like the mom's voice to support the visual and help keep the story clear and easy to follow. Through the creation and analysis of gift, this project proposes a visual-first storytelling strategy, where language supports rather than leads. In coming-of-age animation, these methods not only enhance immersion, but also encourage audience to actively interpret the story and connect emotionally. By using suitable composition, rhythm, and symbolic design, it's possible to reduce reliance on dialogue while still keeping the story clear and meaningful. This opens up new possibilities for future animation, more expressive, more flexible, and more deeply felt. So now, I ask again, can we, as a creator, learn to say more by saying less? And as audience, are we ready to listen not just with our ears, but with our eyes?